Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pooya and Liana Lounge for episode number 9. We're here once again, ready to go. Pooya and Liana.
That's me.
Lounge. Yeah.
Ooh, sparkly, joy.
Fireworks.
Fire up.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
You may notice. Wait. Okay, hold on. Sorry. We have business. We said last week that we would read a review.
Yes.
So I think we should read a review.
Yes. And I have been checking, and I've got the latest review.
Okay, let's hear it.
For you, okay? All the Flowers, 5 stars by Jen 040790.
We love the number.
So Jen 040790
yeah, full name.
said, I had never watched Masked Singer or listened to the podcast.
Okay.
But I have listened to Liana and Pooya and other reality TV podcasts. The dynamic here is amazing. I'm always laughing out loud and everything is so relatable.
Oh, that's
Thank
so
you,
sweet.
Jen 040790.
How do you remember that? That's so good.
Did I?
I don't know. I assume it's right.
I
You
did.
said a
I
bunch of
nailed
numbers.
it.
Yeah, you did a good job. Both you and Jen. Thank you for the review.
5 stars for both of us, Jen.
Yes.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So yeah, obviously engagement always helps the show. So whether or not you're commenting on YouTube, liking the YouTube video, comment or putting a review out there, listening, thumbs upping in whatever your podcast app is, all of that is very helpful.
Which we will get to the YouTube comments because we left homework and they answered. Very unanimous answer on the YouTube comments. So we'll get to that. So feel free, as always, leave comments, leave a review. We read all of them.
Yes.
We love to read.
Yes.
So yeah, go ahead and do so.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Great. So us, Pooya, Liana, love
Lounge.
you, the audience. Yes. Now let's get to the more important, not more important, equally as important matter at hand as to why I'm currently wearing my sweatpants.
Oh, this was an active choice. Okay.
Because
you have other pants you could have worn. You didn't have to wear these.
that is correct. I could have put another pair of jeans on or another pair of pants, but that seemed like too much work because I got a pizza stain on my pants today. I came home. I couldn't find Pooya anywhere, but I'd already taken my pants off because I needed to put like the detergent on it to try to start getting the stain out. And I just like walk into the bedroom. Pooya's laying down and he's like, "Where are your pants?"
Yeah, why'd you walk in pants?
Why do you not have pants on?
It was weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah, which I did wear pants to work, which is why I got the pizza stain on my pants because I went to a science talk today and I already apologized to Pooya for eating pizza without him.
She pizza cheated on me.
Yes. Which,
Was it good? Was it good?
honestly, no, it was cold by the time I got there. So anyway, I went to a
better
science talk
with me.
today. And it was
What kind of
this
pizza
very
was it?
narrow. One was just like a pepperoni, and another was it's one you would have liked. It was like a barbecue kind of pizza.
Would I like a barbecue kind
Yeah,
of
I
pizza?
think you would have liked it.
I think I'd
it
mess
was
with
not
it.
my style, but it's something that you would have
Sorry,
enjoyed.
I was missing veggies. Is that what it is?
Yes. Well, I got there close to the end because I got lost. I couldn't find the room. It was a different room than normal. It was on the 4th floor. It's in a specific wing, and I couldn't find it. But anyway, that's not important. So the key is that the way the pizza was lined up on the table was there wasn't enough room for your plate and the pizza box. Okay. So I had my plate off to the side, and then I was like moving it over to push the pizza box back. And as I was moving it over, it slipped off the edge of the table. And instead of just letting it fall or trying to catch it, I took my knee and I went, and I stopped the pizza from falling onto the ground.
Tell me you didn't eat that slice.
Not that slice, but there was another slice behind it that I felt like was okay to eat because I had 2 slices. So I took my knee and I was like, "Oh, I'm so cool." And then I saw like the giant pizza stain on my knee. So I threw that one slice away that I had kneed, and then I ate the slice behind it.
What time was this talk at?
1 o'clock.
You got home at like 5.
Yes.
So for 4 hours, you had pizza knee.
Yes. And I sat there. So then it happens. And I'm both impressed with my reaction and also embarrassed because now I have pizza knee. So I've got pizza knee and I took a napkin and I'm trying to like wipe. And then I'm like, okay, the talk's about to start. Do I go to the bathroom? Do I try to rinse it off? But then I'm going to come back with a wet leg because there's like no good. Because then I like either have to take my pants off, rinse my knee, or I have to try to do it while my pants are still on.
Is the talk set up where if you walk in, everyone else's back is to you or everyone's front is to you?
Okay, it's everyone's facing forward and the entrances are in the back.
Okay, so no one would have seen this wet knee then.
Yeah, but the spots in the back were already taken because if you've ever been, it's like class. People fill up the back before they fill up the front. And me being a good student, I usually sit like towards the front.
If they're looking at you, they're looking at the
back,
right? So they're either looking at your butt, hopefully it's respectful, or they're looking at the calves and the feet.
Yes. I think you overestimate my ability to do things in like a confined manner because if I'm trying to wash, it's going to get everywhere. The water is going to get everywhere. I drink water and end up with water all over myself. So I think that could have resulted in water on the back of my leg as well, despite the stain being on the front.
Okay.
So that's why I'm wearing sweatpants because I had pizza knee for like half a day. And then I just hid it under my desk because I was embarrassed of pizza knee. And then it was like, it's oily and gross and it just felt...
You're not the first person at this workplace to get a food
get
stain
pizza
on
knee?
them. There's no way. I mean, pizza knee maybe.
It was big. It was like a whole thing. Because when I went, I was trying to save the pizza.
I still don't understand. Here's my philosophy. If you save it, at that point, just eat it so that it doesn't feel like you waste. Because you could just let it drop on the floor and then toss it out.
But then I would have lost both slices. This way, I still got to eat one slice, but at the sacrifice of my pants.
Oh, that would have been messed up if you dropped 2 pizza slices and then grabbed a third for you.
Right?
Then you
that's awkward.
So you just, but you still ate 2 slices though.
No, I ate 1 slice.
Oh, you didn't touch the barbecue one.
No, I didn't end up touching the barbecue
one. Get that out of
one.
here.
Yeah, because the barbecue one was on front.
It would have been worse though if you spilled a barbecue slice on your foot because that's probably more saucy.
Probably. So anyway, so then I'm there with my barbecue knee or my pizza knee in the talk, and the first talk was fine. It was from a woman who I know, so I'm like familiar with her work. Fine, whatever. The second guy, he was talking about bacterial biofilm, which I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty details, even though I'm sure Pooya is very excited.
I wanted to hear about the nitty gritty of the film.
Biofilm. Yeah, it's like okay. So
did any of them get nominated for an Oscar?
Is this a movie joke that I don't get?
Biofilm.
Oh, it's a biofilm. Yeah, no.
Oh man.
It's like whenever if you have a water bottle you haven't washed and it's kind of get like slimy, it's kind of like slimy,
that's
or maybe a bowl.
Like?
No. Well, no.
Oh, you're talking about biofilms.
Yeah, that's what a biofilm is. It's when bacteria builds up and it creates this little nice environment for itself to just like continue to make.
We needed a talk to discuss the stains in this area.
No. So the talk just happened to be about biofilm. That's unrelated to the pizza knee.
No, I'm talking about the yeah.
Okay, so the reason I'm bringing it up is because there was this specific molecule he was talking about. It's polysaccharide, and he was like, "It's got a wild kink," and I was like, "Tell me about the kink." Turns out he just meant in the crystalline structure. It's just folded a certain type of way. But there were a lot of very funny quotes throughout the course of the talk because he was talking about like the varieties of kinks and the kinks only work when it's bound. And I'm sitting there with pizza knee just trying not to giggle to already draw more attention to myself because I've already kicked a pizza in the knee or with my knee. And I'm just laughing at the whole kink talk. I was intrigued. I think it was a bonding kink.
Yeah.
And it was like a kink and cradle. And I was like, oh, that's like what the anti-Mike Bloom kink would be. Because isn't he like afraid of adult babies? Yeah,
but I feel like this like specific biofilm is into multiple partners. Because it's polysacchamory.
So that's the voice. That's your joke voice.
I don't have a joke voice.
That's your joke voice. I can tell you're not going to give a normal comment. You're setting yourself up for a joke.
Well, to be fair, I like took a long pause to try because the whole time you've been talking, I'm like, I'm not retaining any of this. How do I say? Was it polysacchamory?
Polysacchamory. Polysacchamory. It's a polysaccharide. Yeah. This is why I can't like go to science talks. I mean, I do because I'm supposed to learn, but I just end up laughing.
Huge flashback though. So you said last week we said we discussed my lying voice.
Oh yes, you also have a lying voice. Well, I'm gonna need you to do it. Can you do your lying voice?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what the lying voice is.
That's your lying voice.
That is not a lying voice.
Yes, it is.
This is me getting.
Oh, I don't know what it is. That's your lying voice. That's not my fault that you do it.
Describe.
It's that and tiny mouth. So when he's like thinking or he's very serious, his mouth just sort of like curls back up and because his beard and mustache kind of like cover everything. No, not completely.
I'm not doing it to appease you right now. I'm just reacting regularly.
Yeah, but you weren't even doing it right.
I know, but you keep saying I wasn't doing it. I know I wasn't doing it because I wasn't doing it.
Okay, well next time you do tiny mouth, I've actually never seen you do tiny mouth on this podcast, but I'm gonna to try to pay attention, I'll point it out for our viewers at home.
I don't tiny mouth.
You do tiny mouth.
I also don't have a lying voice.
Mom pointed out your tiny mouth as well. So Mom and I both noticed your tiny mouth.
Oh, would y'all have a council? You sit around and discuss me?
No, because she
I would like to present tiny mouth evidence
it's
today.
not a bad thing. It's just when you're thinking and you're really like focusing in on something, sometimes you get little tiny
Are you
mouth.
saying I don't think a lot on this podcast? That's why I don't make the mouth?
But you're not supposed to. This is supposed to be Good Time Fun Boy podcast. You know what I mean?
Good time fun boy.
Yeah, that's you. Fun boy.
Hey.
Good time fun boy. So, but anyway, yes, you have a lying voice. Yes, you have a joke voice, and you have tiny mouth. But those things are unrelated to one another.
The lying voice is for stuff that's like, it's like a pranky lie. You know, it's not like an actual lie.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do it when we're playing like Goose Goose Duck and stuff, but you do a better job, I think, of hiding it when we're playing those games. Like it's much more obvious.
It's because I'll say something and then I'll mute and I'm like, that was stupid. They're so gonna know it's me now.
Yeah. Sometimes you volunteer extra information, and I'm just like,
Yep.
That's when you get the from
Yep.
me. Which
Yep.
means
That's like the kiss of death. When I hear them, I'm like, shit, I'm dead. She's gonna and then it's like, and the thing is, you'll try and be like nice to me. So you won't outward just call me out then and there. You do something which you think is better, but it's inherently worse. Instead of just in the meeting calling me out, you'll say nothing. We go into the round, and then I'll walk into a room with you and 3 people, and you'll be like, run, hide. And like, you'll just like, everyone's like scattering away from like, okay, well, I know what you did. Like, how is this better?
I can't help it. I can't
Just
help
throw
it.
me under the bus.
I can't
It's
help
too
it.
late.
I can't help it. Well, the problem is that I'm still sort of processing what I heard. The is like, like that was interesting to me, right? Like this, that was an interesting, different.
That was
fact.
a lying voice. I'm not interested in what you're saying.
No, tiny mouth.
Okay, that's rude.
Anyway.
Yeah, you
So-
do an ad lib when you're lying.
Ooh, what's my ad lib?
No,
No. Oh no.
it's like when you steal coins from Mario in Mario Party.
Oh no. No. It's
Yeah,
me.
similar.
Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The other big thing that happened to us was we had a leak in our wall.
So
we didn't know because of the background.
shall we set the stage? So we record this podcast typically. Are you okay?
I touched you.
Why are you
sorry.
so disgusted?
No, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Well, because you know how like sometimes when you're sitting, oh my God, this happened to me like 3 times today. Jared, okay, so a friend of mine and I were having coffee together in the morning for a little teeny bit.
Okay.
It was yesterday. It was yesterday.
Sure.
Whatever. It's not important. And you know, you do the thing where you like accidentally kick the person. Like you're not playing footsie, right? It's not like on purpose. You just accidentally like kick the other person across the table. It happened like 3 or 4 times. And it's so awkward because you're just like, oh, sorry. And then you're just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But for someone who's fidgety, who just like, I don't know, apparently I sit like a baby and I'm like, wah, who kicks my legs a lot. So anyway, I was apologizing for touching your hand.
I'm not.
I find it very distracting when people kick me.
I didn't feel like this was like I was talking and you did this and then you apologized.
Yeah, but that was almost weirder. You know how it's almost like you'd rather it's like, you know, a firm handshake versus a weak little wimpy handshake that feels kind of creepy. Okay, give me your hand. Okay, so if we're gonna have
Ow!
That's not even that hard. And why are you not extending?
You're doing your
arm
lying
towards
voice.
me?
It's because the mic's
No.
in the way here.
Okay, so you do. Whoa!
Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
microphone's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get pizza-y. Look at those reflexes like a cat.
Yeah, but if you would need it, I don't know why my reaction was like with my knee. Okay, so that's like a firm handshake. Okay, now you're gonna get a little wimpy handshake. Isn't that way worse?
I mean, this doesn't feel like a handshake. This just feels like you're holding my hand and then bobbing it a little. Okay, when you're rubbing on the fingers, that is weird. But I
Yeah,
feel like
see,
you
it's
went
weird.
out of your way to make that
No,
one
what I'm
weird.
saying is that sometimes a softer touch can be creepier than a hard kick.
Yeah, well, I didn't find it creepy, so you're
All right.
fine.
Okay, so continue about the wall.
So we typically record this podcast on a Tuesday. And last week we recorded the podcast, standard, everything went smoothly, great. Fast forward to the next day, so it was Survivor premiere day. I had a podcast scheduled to record around early afternoon. And I also needed to go to the store because I had agreed to make a charcuterie board and wings for dinner for Survivor. So I was like, okay, I need to watch this episode of 90 Day, take my notes, get ready, then go to the store. So when I get back home, I can just immediately get on and record with Annabelle for 90 Day. So I'm in the middle of taking notes and having my coffee, and I hear a knock on the door. And mind you, I have noise canceling headphones, but I'll typically wear them when I'm home alone or at nighttime, one ear apart, so I can hear. So I hear the knock and I was like, okay, I think that was our door. So I pause my show, I put my coffee away. As I get up, I hear keys in the lock.
That's so creepy.
And I hear them opening and I was like, about to throw down here. What's going on? It's a home invasion? I don't know. Pull up. It's like the realtor person and two guys, like maintenance guys. And they're like, there is a leak in your apartment we need to take care of. It's like, I know if there's a leak in my apartment.
Yeah.
I don't leave this house. I'm always here. So I was like,
He's under house arrest.
I mean, not really.
Essentially.
But no, I go for walks. I have break time.
You get an hour in the yard every day.
Okay, well, wow. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the wall.
So, like, we have this leak. And I was like, psh, no, we don't. So, you good?
No, I like that. Like, psh, no, we don't.
So they walk
We
into
did.
the bathroom and they're like, They look up and by like the bathroom area, there's like a little area that's like clearly, it's not like a leak that's happening, but it's like some damage.
That,
and that's
I think,
been
was
there.
from the roof.
That's been there
Yes.
for a while.
Yes, and I have sent in
because-
several work orders to try to get it fixed, and they've not fixed it.
Exactly.
But that's neither here
So
nor
they
there.
looked at that and I was like, don't say it's that because I will tell you that we've sent you messages. You've never responded.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not the leak. And then they're like, no. And then the guy comes to try and walk into this room and
setup.
we've shattered this illusion before. This is a backdrop, right?
Surprise!
So he goes to open the door and it just touches the backdrop. And I was like, hold on, I'll let you in.
Yeah.
So I move it aside. They get in and they're like, can you remove this? I was like, yeah. So as I'm removing this, he's like, are you a musician? Are you an artist? Because he saw the mics and the lighting and I was like, no, I do a podcast. He's like, what is that? I was like, it's like I always think of like, what do I tell like a regular person what a podcast is? I was like, it's like a radio show. That's kind of what I tell my parents.
Not
when
a
they don't
regular
understand.
person.
Yeah. Well, we are the irregulars.
Yeah,
Let's be
okay,
honest
sure,
here.
sure.
And I was like, yeah, it's like a radio show. He's like, oh, nice. I was like, yeah. And then as I'm taking it down the backdrop, he's like, you will have me on your podcast. And I was like, oh, will I? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then he's like, how much will you pay me? I was like, oh, you want to get paid too? Anything else? And I say that out loud. I was like, anything else, man? And then they laugh. We take it down and the wall is wrinkled. There's clearly been a leak that's been growing in the walls. And we've been none the wiser because this backdrop has been here for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So I had no clue. Thankfully, it had not leaked into the apartment.
Yeah.
It had not. We had no damage. Apparently, the 4th floor, they were not doing good.
Because it was like leaking down on the pipe, right?
Yeah.
So it was like on the pipe going straight down, and then some of it had gotten on the walls.
Yeah.
But
So-
anyway, so they had to replace all the drywall.
Yeah, so then I was like, well, damn, I got to go back and do my work. What am I going to do, stand here and watch them? So I go to my room, I take my laptop and like the electronics out of here. And then I just hear drilling and like sawing and and then I could hear them leave every now and then because they like left the door wedged open. But I'd be like, oh, it's quiet suddenly. So I'd go check. And it was a mess in here. Like I'm telling you, you didn't see this guy. I took photos to send to Liana, but it was like of the wall and stuff, not of the floor. There was debris everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, at least they put down a tarp. But I had to come home and I vacuumed. I vacuumed the whole apartment. There's still like when I was cleaning over the weekend too, I still found like a little bit of like the white dust and stuff. Vacuuming all that out, mopping, just getting rid of. And then it was also like somehow in the kitchen sink. Like I don't even understand.
Because they had walked over to open, I think the boiler room. That's in
Okay.
the kitchen.
Okay,
Because
well,
that
they
was
got
wedged. That was
paint,
open at one
like
point.
paint in the sink. I'm like,
I
I
think
don't
they
know.
rinsed their hands or something. Probably.
No, they definitely did because on the soap dispenser there was some as well.
They used our soap.
I know.
But-
Not our soap.
I know,
our
right?
BJ's soap.
Yeah.
Wholesale supplier, BJ's.
Oh yeah. Let's clarify because everyone was thinking the other thing.
I mean, maybe that's your kink. Just like the polysaccharide.
We said soap, not lube, right?
Yeah. You gotta clean afterwards, maybe. Anyway, so it's all fixed now. We're all back in business. But yeah, it literally happened the day after we recorded. It was absolutely wild.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's done now. We put everything back up. Everything's great.
Yeah.
But it was a not great day for me. It was a lot. I had to push my podcast back and then zoom to the store, get the stuff, come back. But We didn't get grenaded.
We didn't get grenaded. You know who got grenaded?
Ah.
Yeah, Pooya was very happy.
My God.
Very, very, very happy.
It sounds mean, but it's true. I was over the moon.
He was thrilled.
I was. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is like once we knew Green was going to go, Vula, I think that's their tribe name. Then Pooya had Mary, right? But it didn't seem like Mary was going to go. So
it was fine.
I mean, it was between Stephanie and Say. And then for that, we knew we were going to be fine. So
Exactly.
my meat man David survived one more episode.
But yeah, that was a good fun premiere. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was really fun. I'm super happy with my team. I'm super happy with your team. I do wish you had Shaheen because I thought looked good as well. But anyway,
It's okay.
We'll see how it goes. That's okay. You can still root for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got my revenge, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Karma came in swift.
Shannon immediately gets grenaded. Yeah, it did feel very much like karma. Yeah.
Sometimes, life just has a way of fixing things for you sometimes.
Thanks, life.
Yeah. Shout out to life.
Shout out to life.
My homie life.
Yeah, and if you win the draft in your acceptance speech, you can do that.
Oh my God. I hope I don't win the draft.
Yeah, I hope you don't win the draft either. You're going to be insufferable.
Okay. I can say it. I don't know if you can say it.
I'm your wife. I can say it.
Yeah, but am I insufferable towards you?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Because you're all like, you walk around like this, like moving your chest. You're like, I'm the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, I say that. Yes.
Okay, can we talk about Dwight's idea to start a toast restaurant?
So we were playing Goose Goose Duck
What is
on
his
Sunday.
obsession with twice baked bread?
I don't know. I just kind of like I felt like I spaced out and landed on a conversation that I didn't know was happening. But if you don't know him, Dwight Moore, he was
Lucky you.
He was. You dodged a bullet. He was a Survivor player on Survivor 43. And if you watch that scene, you're like, which one was he? Don't worry about him. He didn't make the merge.
Yeah,
So
don't worry
you're
about
good. He didn't make the jury.
Poor
So
Dwight.
anyway, he had this idea of like opening a restaurant and it's like toast centric.
Yeah.
And like he wants the branding to be toast and the meals to be toast.
They're all toast. The concept is it's all toast. So that means I think it has to be bread that then gets toasted.
Yeah. I don't know. He was
Yeah,
weirdly fascinated by
Yeah, he was
it.
like really obsessed with the toast concept. Well, originally we tried to convince him to buy us a restaurant.
Well, we joked about him being on Survivor 50 and winning. And then I was like, and when you win, you take us to dinner, right? And he's like, of course. And I was like, hear that, Liana? He said he's getting us our own restaurant because I'm what? Slick. So yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
What were we talking about right before that?
I don't know why that popped into my head.
Because we were talking about
Survivor.
Survivor.
Winning the draft.
Me being insufferable. You went from me being insufferable and then you thought of Dwight. It's kind of messed up. Is Dwight insufferable?
No, I like Dwight. You know I do.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he is great. As much as we make fun of him. But that's why we make fun of him. I'm a firm believer in you make fun of the people that you like. Because
100%.
teasing someone that's where you build kinship. The joking, the teasing.
I think because teasing can be one of two things, right? It can be bullying, it can be mean.
Right.
Right.
You never want it to err on
Especially
bullying.
when we grow up initially as children, it's just mean. But when you're older, you find this thing with friends where if you can throw jabs at each other, but
Yeah.
they can dish it back and
Yes.
you can dish it back, it really does bond you. And
Yeah.
if you've noticed me like throw shots at anybody often, it's because they can take it and they dish it right back to me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So.
I sent Pooya a TikTok today. It was a guy wearing a t-shirt that had like a group of 7 penguins and then another penguin like off by itself. And it says like, dare to be yourself. Did you watch the TikTok I sent you?
No. Did you listen to my playlist I made you?
Yes, like half of it.
You
And
listen to more?
I re-asked for it so I could finish listening to
So
it.
you listened to more?
I haven't, no, because I started listening to Matthew Perry's autobiography. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so it says like, it's like a group of penguins and like one off by himself. And then it says dare to be yourself or something like that. And a woman goes up and goes, oh my God, I love your shirt. And like that solo penguin, like that's so cute. Like you're, doing your own thing by yourself. And he's like, no, I'm this one, the leader of the other penguins. We're bullying this one. I don't know why that really made me laugh. Yeah, I think it's tough though because you don't want to be a bully, right? So like erring on when to stop sometimes.
Yeah,
can be
I mean,
tough.
I more often than not will either read the person in that I'll be like, okay, I think they could handle the joke, and I'll throw a light one, see what happens. Or if I'm like, I don't think they can handle it, I'm like, okay, but if they say something, I can say something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like more often than not, I'm like, I'm fine to be the first one to take the roast, and then I'll roast back. It's fine. We have fun.
We have fun.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of roasting, we didn't like prepare a segment per se.
Oh yes.
But we did.
I'm excited.
We did talk about doing this. Okay, so there's a current trend going around on social media based on the TV show Severance. So I think you'll understand even if you've never seen Severance, I think you'll sort of understand the concept. But there will be a very teeny tiny spoiler for Severance, but if you watch Severance, you'll know it immediately.
You'll know exactly what we're about to do.
Even if you read the description of the show, like you will know this spoiler. Like that's the.
Let me just
spoiler.
give you the quick summary, right?
Okay.
Your outside life and your work life are separate, and that's it. And they don't know about each other.
Right, they're like
That's
completely separated. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's called your innie and your outie.
I feel like you did the thing where you explained the joke. Now it's not going to be as fun.
We didn't even do it yet.
I know, but you preface too much.
Well, I just wanted to explain. I get I get nervous with spoilers because I don't want to be spoiled. So I'm always very cautious about not spoiling others.
I don't
which
think it's a
leads to
spoiler.
me.
It's
That's
just
why
a
I'm
fun
saying it's
segment.
not a spoiler. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you do it. You do it.
I do what?
You explain the whole thing. You do.
Oh,
the
we already
setup.
did, didn't we? We set it up.
No. Okay, then do it.
Do what? Oh,
Do the thing.
So I thought it'd be fun if on the pod we did. No, you do it then. You do it.
No, you do
No,
it.
you do it. You do
No,
it.
you do it.
All right, this podcast is about to be 3 hours.
No, you do it. No, you do it.
I thought it'd be a fun concept to do that. You know, the whole like your outie is blank.
Yeah, so that's the trend that's going on social media,
Yeah.
where it's like your innie is learning about your outie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought it'd be fun if we made it a little game.
Yes.
And the game is to see how long it takes for you to react to what I'm saying.
Define react.
We'll know it when we
Laugh?
see it. We'll know it when we see it.
What, like porn? That was
What?
that was the classic Supreme Court case where it's like, I know it when I see it.
Oh God!
Right?
Okay,
Am I
so
remembering
not
that
like
correctly?
porn. Not here, at least.
I know it when I see it.
But I think laugh. I think is a big one. Yeah.
I am really bad at not reacting to things.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put that out there as a
Sure.
preface before we do this.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you liken your odds of? You don't like?
No,
your
I
odds
don't
of
like
winning
my
this?
odds of winning. If we were betting,
Okay.
I would not bet on myself.
Okay.
I would bet on you. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, I had to write mine down because I have so many thoughts going through my heads during the day.
I didn't write any down. I'm going off the top of the dome.
You're going off the top. You're making it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to write mine down.
Yeah.
All right.
Scripted, unscripted. Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
or-
you go first, and I'm gonna try not to react.
Okay. Then put your phone down then. Can't have you be reading other stuff to distract yourself.
Okay, I did write down one of the quotes from the talk. The consequences of kinking was one of the titles.
How old was this professor giving this talk?
I don't know. Probably like late 30s.
Oh, he knew what he was doing. Then.
I don't think so.
You don't.
I don't think
This
so.
early, mid to late 30s guy was
I don't
saying
think so.
kinking and did not know what he was saying.
I don't think so.
It's kind of sus.
Okay. Well, I don't think so. Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm putting my, okay, but I need it for mine.
Yeah, but your turn
All right.
isn't happening yet.
Okay. Are you going to do all of them?
I thought I had.
Oh, we're going to alternate.
Oh, we want to alternate? I'm fine with that. Actually, that's more fun.
You'd rather alternate?
Yeah, but don't look at it when I'm. Don't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because it's like the whole focus on one thing. Don't look at your phone.
Okay, I'm going to focus on what
Okay.
you're telling me.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. I can't not laugh.
I'm not gonna count
You've
this
heard
one.
conversations like when I talk to my dad, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, the weather's crazy. Ha ha ha. We both laugh, and it's just like, what are we talking about? We're talking about the weather. Why are we laughing about the weather? But we just
This is
laugh.
true.
It's what we do. I'm just constantly cackling. Okay, Whew, Liana, focus your brain. Kinking. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Put your hands down.
Yeah, I'm smiling already.
Smiling's fine. Smiling's
Okay.
fine. Don't do that. No,
I'm
we're
sorry,
getting
I'm gonna
nowhere
ruin the whole
quick.
game. I'm sorry. Wait, here. Okay. I'm going to clamp my fingy. Maybe that will help. Ow.
would you do that?
Just trying to distract myself from laughing. I can't.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Your Outie brought tuna casserole to the function.
Oh.
All right, that's 1 point for me.
Aw.
I guess that we have to do points now because if we did elimination, it's over. The game's over.
Okay. All right. Here's yours. Should I go in order? The problem is I
Whatever
didn't
you
write
want.
this down.
Free
Okay.
ball it.
Okay. Your Outie has a thing for white women.
Okay.
Laugh.
Why would I laugh?
'Cause it's
Look who I
funny.
married.
Yeah, that was based on real life events.
Yeah. Well, by the way,
Okay.
these are not real. I'm making mine up.
Oh.
I'm just trying to get. What would you say?
Well,
you
that
ta-
one was real.
You took a tuna casserole to a function.
No, ew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I bring a veggie plate. We've been over
yeah,
this.
We have been over this. All right.
Equally or potentially equally bad.
My go.
Okay, yeah, your
Yeah.
go now.
Your Outie is a $200 Patreon member of a podcast consisting of two men talking about things they don't like about women called Icks with Dicks.
Oh, that's clever. Is that real?
Don't think so.
Oh, okay. Wait, I have one that's kind of similar to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Which, by the way, if that is a podcast, I'd never heard of it.
$200?
Yeah.
Okay,
Supposed to
your
be-
Outie, your Outie says you probably wouldn't get it when talking to women.
Why are mine all about women? I don't like this.
Well, that was
that
similar.
where
Yours
we're
was
going?
about women.
One of them.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
One of
Continue.
my two.
Okay.
Your Outie got a pizza stain on her knee at a conference.
Okay. First of all, it was a talk. It was not a conference.
Same.
That does sound like something I would do though at a conference. Okay. Your Outie only drinks root beer.
Ew. I don't want to be associated with this guy.
Okay.
Your Outie.
You can't laugh. That's not allowed.
Did I didn't laugh.
You smiled.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we say about being on our phone for this? I feel like
Always
you're
on that
distracting
phone.
yourself.
Oh, I was reorganizing. Always on that phone.
Give me the phone.
Okay, fine. But you can't read them.
I'm not. I just put it there.
Always on that phone.
You really are. It's an iPad kid.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Outie was rooting for Cameron Harden during BB25.
Oof. So your Audie's favorite season of Big Brother is in the season 9. That was going to be one of mine.
My turn then.
Oh, okay. I used my go.
Yeah. Your Outie is hoping Jonathan comes back to Survivor 50.
Like the big guy who is like the "Where's my hug" guy. Like, where's my hug?
Was
in his
he a
profile picture?
I think. Yeah.
Wasn't his picture like "Where's
From
my
42.
hug"?
From 42.
Yeah, from 42.
Yeah. You and Omar share that interest.
Well, makes sense for Omar. Okay, your Outie. Okay, your Audie's favorite music artist is Drake. That's a reaction. That counts.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Point for Liana. We're 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Damn, that was a good one. I didn't have that on my radar.
I thought about that one specifically for you.
Yeah, it's very mean considering you're the one that listens to Drake in this house.
You're the one who had Drake on before that.
You're the one who had Drake on before that.
Okay.
Your Outie cannot watch shows that don't have laugh tracks.
That's bad. I don't like laugh tracks. Don't tell me when to laugh. I'm laughing already. Okay. Your Outie paid for tickets to see the Costco Boys live. He's a big Justice fan.
That's so...
Remember we saw that video of them on stage or whatever?
Oh my God.
So for those of you who don't know who the Costco Boys are, just
No,
Google
we
it.
don't. No. First of all, nope. We don't need to do this. I don't want to talk about the Costco guys.
I didn't. I said Google it.
Okay. I thought you were about to bring something up.
No, I said Google it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. Okay. I have another one.
Okay,
Wait, no,
go
you
ahead.
do one. Wait, no, you go.
I mean, this game has fallen off. I don't think it's worked because I feel like the points, I don't even know what we're measuring anymore. We're just having a go at each other.
Yeah. You go.
Your Outie says, "Where's my hug at?"
That That's a good one. I had that one too. I also had your outie tells women they should smile more.
Oh.
Oh my God. So we had a very funny miscommunication in lab one
Who's this
time.
we?
Who's this we, man? No, it was one of our postdocs from China who we were dressed as Barbie for Halloween.
Oh, yes.
And he had made a comment about like, oh, well, we should be like, you should be smiling because he was like Barbie smiles, so we should be like, you should be smiling.
Right.
Effectively told the women in the group to smile more. And it was like, oh my God, no, oh no. So it kind of like spiraled a little bit. And then he had to have a talking to about why that's like unacceptable.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a disaster.
Was it a language barrier thing you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It was a cultural and language barrier.
Thankfully.
Like he absolutely did not intend it like at all. But anyway. Okay. Me turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a lot of variations for this one, but I'll give you my original one, which was your outie writes fan fiction about the characters from Lost. But I had a bunch of those. I had your outie writes fan fiction about the co-hosts of RHAP. Your outie writes fan fiction about the characters from Bluey.
What's Bluey?
that kids show.
Oh,
The
God.
dogs. Yeah. Okay, I have two more. Your outie once said, you too, when a waiter told them to enjoy your meal.
I could live with that.
Okay, and your outie posts selfies of them crying for sympathy on Instagram.
Wow. What a read.
I thought that one was pretty funny.
Your outie judges women who dress provocatively.
Ooh, that's a good one. Your outie's favorite content creator is Miranda Sings / Jake Paul / Dr.
Okay.
Disrespect
Okay.
/
Yeah.
Steven
Okay.
Crowder. Yeah.
Your outie loves Asmongold.
They're all variations on that. Your
Yeah.
outie seasons his chicken with black pepper. And so on and so forth. I think I won.
I feel like this game.
I think I lost.
So in my head, I envision this being one of us going in succession, like back to
okay.
back, so you could stop them, or But so this method of the game didn't quite work for what I had envisioned.
Yeah, okay.
But we learned that you are creative.
I did a thing. I came up with ideas. I came up with those all on my own.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I also had written down JK Petroleum as well. From that company we saw.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah. JK Petroleum. Anyway. Okay, so another thing that happened to me is, remember how my paper got published? Like
Your
a while
paper
ago.
got published?
Yeah, my paper got published,
Congratulations.
like a while ago. So Yale put out like an article about it, right? Because I talked with one of the Yale publicists or
What?
whatever,
You're
and they put out
in
a
the
little
paper?
article. Not like a normal paper. It's the Yale Today. It's Yale's thing. But they picked. Okay, I don't know if they used like an AI image generator to make this picture.
Oh, it's not a photo of you?
No, it's not a photo of me. Why? Did you think there was going to be a photo of me involved?
Yeah,
It
I
was
was
like
gonna
really
go-
embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, probably. But anyway, they made this like weird, and everybody loved, they're like, oh my God, I saw the article. Like the picture's so cool. The picture's so cool. And I'm like, it's like an AI nipple with feet. It's horrible. I hate it so much. Like so much. I'll put a picture here so that everybody can see the weird foot nipple thing that I have to contend with. That's now on all the promotional boards. It's like in our kitchen, we have a little thing that like scrolls through all the achievements or talks or whatever. And every time I have to look over there and see that nipple. Are you seeing nipple foot?
I was like, as the nipple king, I should get a say in this. That is a nipple with
It's a
legs.
nipple. It's a nipple with legs. And one of my coworkers, when it came out, he goes, Liana, did you see the article in Yale Today? And I said, oh, yeah, I knew that was going to be coming out. And he was like, yeah, it looks great. I love the picture they chose. And I was like, oh, okay, great. They chose, because I sent some photos of my actual work to go along with that. Yeah, they're going to see the nipple. I'm going to already put the nipple foot here, but thank you for the additional nipple foot content. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's a nipple. And I don't know if that says more about me than just about, because no one else has commented on nipple foot. I'm the only one who's like pointed out the fact that it looks like a nipple. So I really think it's me is the problem.
Maybe the talk person didn't say kinky and your mind is just in the gutter.
Okay, they didn't say kinky. They said kink. It had a 90-degree kink. Okay, it was the polysaccharide structure. It had a kink. He said kink.
I'm sorry. I don't speak nerd. I'm sorry.
I was there with my pizza knee. I knew it. Okay. So I have to deal with this whole nipple foot situation now.
You don't have to deal with anything. This is an article from a month ago.
Yeah, I know, but now it's like out everywhere.
Okay.
So it got published, then it gets sent out, and then it goes on all the things.
All right, what are you worried about? They're going to call you the nipple foot lady?
Yes. They're going to be like, oh yeah, she was that woman who had that weird AI nipple foot picture.
Well, sounds like you're the only one that thought of that.
Okay.
So you're fine.
Okay.
In the event that they think of you as nipple foot lady, as someone who's been called the goddamn nipple king for 3 years now, you'll be okay.
Yeah, you're saying it's not so bad. Okay. I need a support group for people with terrible nicknames.
I don't think, is that a nickname?
I think that's the definition of a nickname.
It's
another
like a
name.
Moniker.
It's another name
It's
that
an
people.
alias.
What's the difference between an alias and a nickname?
A nickname is like, more often than not, it's like a name that substitutes the person's name.
Right. So what would you call James Bond? 007. 007 is his nickname?
No, it's like his moniker.
Which is a nickname.
Probably, but in my head, a nickname is like somewhat like Ben being called Benny or Tom being called Tommy.
Okay, what if you call somebody like Poopy Pants? Is that a nickname?
That's not a nickname.
That's a bullying.
That's just mean.
That's just bullying.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I call Dwight Toast Boy,
that's
a nickname. Or is bullying?
I mean, maybe. Listen, linguistically speaking, is it a nickname? Probably. Am I going to see it as such? Probably not.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's fine.
I'm fine. If I have to be nipple foot lady, like fine. It is what it is.
I think this is a cross you can bear. Like, you'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Back to the comments now. So last week, we asked the comments. We asked the viewers to let us know, hey, of these 3 shows, Big Brother, Amazing Race, Survivor, which one do you think I would do well in? Which ones do you think Liana would do well in? When I say unanimous, I don't mean like one person said otherwise. Everyone had the same answer.
Okay.
And I asked my stream also that night the same question. And across the board, unanimous.
Okay.
People gave you Survivor and Amazing Race. They gave me Big Brother.
Yeah, but that's the correct answer, I think. You know how a lot of times it's subjective? But I think that is the correct answer. Yeah. I think the other not the other problem is because obviously we gave our opinion and our interpretation of the situation.
Okay.
So that potentially could have influenced, but regardless, it is the correct answer.
I feel like we're going to need a blood versus water to sort this out because I want to contend with you on the Survivor front.
I think they're not saying you can't do Survivor. It's who would be better at each show. Yeah. That was the question.
And I think
you would do better at me. Better at you, yeah. You would do better on Survivor than I would, is what you're telling me.
Depends on what the metrics are.
What do you define as the
metric? Is the metrics placement or is the metrics performance?
Define performance, though, because performance is placement, right?
No.
Like immunity challenges?
You could perform great in the immunity challenges and still go home first.
I will. Okay, wait. You can't be in the immunity challenges if you go home first.
In the tribal immunity.
In one tribal immunity.
Yeah.
You performed super well and then ended up going home.
And your team loses anyway.
And they must have really hated you, though, if you performed well.
That could happen.
Okay, all right. I guess that's a potential possibility.
But like, yeah, you could perform well in the first 7 and then still go out like 8th boot.
Okay. Well, then I don't know. I guess it's okay.
Or you can be purple to the wind and make it the final 4.
Jeff Probst's outwit, outplay, outlast. You have to do well in all 3 categories.
Okay.
Whatever the metrics of final tribal council are, that's what you'll be defined on.
Okay.
All right. Now, I will say one knock against me for the Survivor challenges is because I kind of tweaked my knee a little bit in Pilates the other day. That's the same knee I use for the pizza. So pizza knee might be more than just the food stain, potentially. So we're just watching it. I haven't had any pain today, but we're keeping an eye on pizza knee.
Wow. Stay tuned for the updates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, can I interrupt this for an announcement?
I love announcements.
This deep into the podcast?
Yes.
So next week is our 10th episode.
Okay.
And I thought we should do something special.
Okay.
And next week on this podcast,
yes,
we are going to do, and it's not going to be called this in the title because we don't own this intellectual property.
Okay.
We're doing the hot ones challenge, where
Yes.
I'm gonna make wings. I'm gonna have hot sauces ready. We're gonna ask each other questions, and they're gonna be questions that you might not want to answer. But if you choose not to, you have to eat a hot wing.
Yes. Okay, this might be a big gap in my cultural understanding, but I've never seen hot ones.
Well, that is wild.
I've only ever seen clips.
Well, they do a couple of different. Like the thing is, the hot ones interviews are not like that, where it's like you have to answer this question or eat this wing.
Oh.
More often, it's Sean Evans interviewing the person, and
While
then they'll
they eat wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they also have a versus
Okay, so we're gonna do
version.
verses.
ish. Yeah. Basically, we're playing say it or spray it, or say it or shot it, or spill your guts, fill your guts. We're doing it with the wings.
Yes, that kind of concept. And for someone who does not have a particularly high spice tolerance.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get so many answers.
I'm going to be answering all the
great.
questions. My goal will be to not answer or not eat a single wing and answer all the questions.
You're eating
but
wings.
Pooya knows that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really terrified for whatever questions he's going to come up with. But that being said, if you have any suggestions, of course, you're welcome to submit.
Put them in the comments if
any
you would like.
questions.
We reserve the right to not use
Or
them.
the form.
Yeah, the form right here, which, by the way, the form is popping off.
Bruh, popping off.
Someone wrote in the forum was like, "Hey, Pooya, we need to stick together. I'm a slow walker. What's the rush?" It's like,
Well, that's good because
get
you walk
me.
slowly together, way behind the rest of us.
because again, what's the rush?
You're smelling the roses.
Oh, I gotta be there at 7:58. Why?
To be punctual.
For who?
Because to be respectful of other people's time.
Yeah, and then when you get there and that person gets there at 8:10, then what?
Then I will be bothered and I will have moral
Exactly.
superiority
So
over that
all
person
you
who
do
showed
is
up late.
you break multiple sweats to get there first, then they don't show up, and you get
Why am
mad.
I sweating? Why am I sweating in this?
I gotta zoom past the slow person. Bah, punch him in the head.
I'm tall. I have a long stride. So I effortlessly glide through life, except for when it comes to pizza.
Yeah, I don't think today's the day you can say effortlessly when you came home with pizza knee,
I'm
and
incredibly
then
clumsy.
Donald ducked into the bedroom.
Well, I
Winnie
didn't
the
know you were
Poohed
in
it.
there. I didn't know you were in there.
That wouldn't have deterred you from doing anything.
No,
any
it would
different.
not.
So let's not pretend.
I would not have. I'm very clumsy anyway. I'm like constantly knocking
You
things
are,
over. Yeah.
which is why I think I would do. They call me Stack City.
Okay, you would do good at those type. You would do well. Sorry, at those kinds of challenges.
So you said, well, okay, yeah, that's better.
Superman does good. You're doing well.
So you
That's how I remember.
So you downgraded me.
No. No. It has to do with how those words are used. You would do well. You would perform well, stacking things. Yes.
You know why?
Why?
They call me Stack City.
I think though I think I've got good balance. So balancing a big chunk of Survivor challenges.
How, if we had to both stand on one foot,
Yes.
how long do you think you could go?
Forever. I could beat you. Okay, next week we're gonna do hot ones and we're gonna be standing on one
we're
leg.
not doing two things next week. Don't
Fine.
stack the content.
Okay, fine. Okay, the rest of the podcast we'll stand on one leg. Okay, so when you see us next, we'll be standing.
Today?
Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is.
So what, is the shot going to be my crotch the whole time?
No, we'll have to readjust everything.
We're not doing that.
Okay, but one day we will.
One day we will.
Okay, we're gonna call it the standing episode. You know, standing desks, quite popular. Where can you put your foot when you stand on one foot?
Midair. I think
You have to hold it up in one air. You can't like rest it on your other leg. Okay, then I like my chances.
Oh, you didn't like your chance if we could rest it?
No, I would have liked my chances regardless, but I think I'm really gonna crush you if we would just have to hold it in one like just hold it in the air.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my good leg too,
You know
not
what
my
we should
plantar
do?
fasciitis
We
leg.
should pause the podcast, do it now, and then
Yeah.
continue on.
Okay, deal.
They're not gonna like they
Okay, yeah,
will
we will-
jump
okay.
cut
Yes.
basically.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Raise.
3, 2, 1.
Is this my plantar fasciitis leg or the other one?
Find out.
Shit, I think I picked the wrong one.
Find out.
But this is my pizza knee leg,
Sure.
so I didn't want to risk that. My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds.
All right, welcome back. Champion right over here. It's okay, Bean.
He's such a liar. We did both feet,
But
and
you
I
can.
beat him
Am I
on
doing
both.
my lying voice though?
Yes, you are.
I sounded different earlier, so now you're lying.
Okay, I beat him on
You're
both.
doing your lying voice. You said okay.
You're doing tiny
You
mouth.
typically do okay, like okay when you're lying.
No, I say okay
No,
when I don't.
see?
No, I say okay when I don't care about what it is that you said because I know it's blatantly incorrect. Anyway, he's
true.
embarrassed. It's fine. Look,
I'm not embarrassed.
Tell him he won. Because I did my strong leg. What are you doing?
I had pulled my pants up. For doing the standing bit, and I forgot to bring him down, and it was uncomfortable.
Okay, well, I'm happy that you readjusted your pants.
Well, things you got to do to win, you know. So
Yeah. So I think good. That's good.
yeah. Mm-hmm. What is it? You sound upset.
Okay. Yeah.
Share your feelings.
No, I think we all know what really happened here today.
Okay.
History written by the victors.
Still crushing Big Brother though.
Yes, no one's disagreeing with that.
I don't need to win immunity to win in Survivor.
Probably not.
Because I'm that good.
Yes.
Anyway, I feel like I had one other thing I wanted to talk about today. That's evading me.
Ooh, hit me with it.
You know, I got it now.
Oh.
So by the time this comes out, Traitors is done.
Okay.
What are your predictions? And you've watched, you're fully caught up.
Yes.
What are your predictions for what the cliffhanger results are?
Yes. Okay. Traitor spoilers. So skippity skip if you don't want to
Well,
know.
no, it's not because we haven't seen the finale.
Yeah, I know. But if you haven't watched the episode, like if you're behind like 3 episodes
If
of Traitors.
if you've not watched episode up to episode 10 of
Yeah.
the Traitors,
Yeah.
skip
Skippity
ahead.
skip. Okay, so I've seen a lot of arguments about the cliffhanger ending on the vote, not ending on the coin toss.
Which we don't know if it's a coin toss. We just know it's a game of chance. We don't know what that
Right.
is.
Okay. So sure. So a game of chance. But I've seen a lot of theories as to that. Well, if they did tie it, then they would have ended on the whatever the game of chance is.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like that theory a lot.
Okay. Here's my theory.
Okay.
I think that we cliffhangered here because the game of chance is not going to be like interesting. What do I mean by that?
Okay.
I think Danielle stays in.
But I think, okay, so let's say the game of chance is not interesting. There's still a way to cut it to make that interesting, right? Because you get the votes revealed, it's a tie, and then we end on Alan being like, and next you will both play in a game of chance, whatever his accent is.
Yeah.
And that's the cut. So to me, I do have a tendency, like originally when I first watched the episode, I did think that that Danielle was going to stay. But after thinking about it more, I think that Danielle is going to get voted out. And I think Ivar is going to go to the finale.
See, I just don't, for me, I think, because I've seen this argument a lot as well.
Yeah.
But I just don't think a game of chance is compelling tiebreaker material. I think the other thing is, to me, I'm like, this is their one last chance to make it look like Danielle's gone.
That's possible,
like the
yeah.
whole season, it's been like, we're not sure about this. And then I think this could be the last part. But then obviously the other things that lead me to think back to what you're saying is, well, the edit's been unkind. Why has the edit been unkind?
Yeah.
But also, I'm sorry, but if she goes out here at a 3-3 double tiebreaker, or even at a revote at 6, this edit is mean. Like,
I know.
You know
It
what
is
I mean?
really mean.
Like to me, the fact that she's made it this far, and this anyway, like this isn't the Traitors podcast, but I think I initially started the week being like, I think she's gone, and then I've completely shifted to the other side. I think that because I heard an argument of like, could this just be the most like a boring finale because the outcome is already set? And I was like, well, what would make me feel the outcome is set? And that would be if Ivar goes, these two and Dolores together, they got numbers. Goodbye. Then it's a walk. But we'll see. We'll see. I think we're gonna have fun. Don't know how I feel about the reunion. I'm kind of like skeptical, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And next week we'll know everything.
I know.
So.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm
finales of shows are
sad.
always fun. Are you sad that's ending?
Yeah, it's been a fun season. I've enjoyed covering the show. I really feel like I'm in my element when Traitors is around, so I'm gonna miss it.
Okay. Well, it'll be back. I don't think it's going anywhere
Hopefully. I mean,
unless it's in
well,
Australia.
no, I think we've heard. I believe we know they've renewed it for 2 more seasons.
For
The
US,
has,
US, yeah. And in UK, it's a huge deal too. So
Well,
UK
UK's
's
got a
not
celebrity
going
one
anywhere.
dropping this year. So.
I'm really excited for the celebrity version
Yeah.
of Traitors. Yeah, I have no idea how it's gonna go, but I'm just really excited for it.
Well, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. Okay, I have one other thing
Okay.
that I wanted to tell you about that I forgot about, so I'm really happy that I wrote it down, and it was also tangentially related to Traitors. I had a dream last night. I had a dream. I was in a resort, and I was laying... No, it's not.
Is that the White Lotus?
No, it's not White Lotus. I was laying in bed, and all of a sudden, like, I woke up, and the entire Traitors cast was there, like, surrounding my bed.
Were they like watching you?
Yes, but they were trying. It was Tom Sandoval and Dylan Harrison.
Nope.
I want to say Leopold, but I know that's wrong.
Just
Efron.
say Dylan Efron.
Dylan Efron and Tom Sandoval were fighting, and they were on either sides of the bed, and they were yelling, and all the other cast was there, and they were like, they were fighting with each other, and they were like, Liana, what do you think about the situation? And they were asking me for advice, and I was like, well, I just woke up, so I don't know how I'm supposed to contribute to this. So they said, okay, let's pause it. We'll come back to it later. So then we all disperse, and we're all going around, and for some reason, the resort was kind of like Casa Bonita. So if you've ever...
Like the restaurant?
Yes. So if you've ever been to Casa Bonita, there's a really great documentary about it when the guys from South Park bought it and renovated the whole thing. Absolutely wild. But it's this weird, kitschy, sort of bizarre land place. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's Casa Bonita. It just is. They have cliff divers, and like there's little shows and like people that run around, and there's Black Bart's cave and a bunch of stuff. So anyway, so we're like walking around this arena, and then Tom Sandoval comes up to me and he goes, Liana, I need you to agree with me. And Tom Sandoval is like trying to convince me to agree. And I don't even know what they were fighting about, but it was Dylan versus Tom Sandoval. And they were like arguing with me to do this. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, the entire cast breaks out into one of the songs from High School Musical 2.
It's because you were watching that goddamn YouTube video
Yes,
yesterday.
that I understood. So
Your outies
the whole-
sided with Tom Sandoval.
So the whole, no, we're Ariana Madix family. So the whole family, the whole cast of Traitors is all singing and dancing to Bet on It, which I don't know why that was the song that my brain chose. And then that was the end of my dream. That was the whole thing. I never had to pick a side. So I assume I'm siding with Dylan Efron, but I didn't actually pick a side. So maybe my outie does side with Tom Sandoval. And that was my dream. It was very weird.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
There's outie,
Okay.
there's innie,
Yes.
and there's dreamy.
Okay.
You're dreamy.
Yes.
Watch the cast of the Traitors do a whole music number and then side it with Tom Sandoval.
Well, no, I didn't in
You
the
did.
dream. I did. No, I did
did.
it in the dream.
You-
I think I bought a necklace also somewhere in there, but I think that's unrelated.
Was there
to
a
the main
kiosk in the
storyline.
Casa Bonita run by
Yeah,
Alan?
there were a whole bunch of little like shops. You know, like people had just set up these little tables to sell their wares.
Is that an actual thing that happened at the restaurant, or
No.
is this just your dream version?
No, that was just my dream version of
Okay.
Casa Bonita.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Well,
So just so you know, I'm thinking about the Traitors day and night, even when I'm asleep.
apparently,
Not in a productive way, but I am thinking about the Traitors.
I feel like you're thinking of it appropriately.
What, them doing a whole song
I
and
mean,
dance
you're
to High School
dreaming.
Musical?
I don't think you can blame yourself for that.
No, I don't blame myself.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying, I, apparently eat, breathe, sleep, dream reality TV.
Rank your 5 senses.
Okay, so there was a task on Taskmaster New Zealand, I think. It was New Zealand season 5, but I don't remember. And essentially they had to pick 2 of their senses to cover, or they only had 2 of their senses to like do a task. And that was a very interesting question because it was essentially like, well, what senses do you prioritize? And sight, I think, is like absolutely key. So sight would be number 1.
For your personal
For me.
choice.
Yes. So sight would probably be number 1, then probably hearing. Wait, touch is also 1? Then touch, then taste, then smell is absolutely last. I have a very sensitive sense of smell, and I wish I did not sometimes.
I don't have a sensitive sense of smell, and smell is last for me too.
The only thing it's useful for is detecting contamination in the incubator. Because I can smell it.
Smell that.
Yeah. You go in there and you do your little blend.
I don't like that.
I know, but you can smell it out. I'm just saying it could be a useful skill depending. Okay, well, you rank yours then.
I feel like seeing is high up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh. Yeah, I think because what the sense of touch is feeling things you touch. Like this is touch, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have that sense, you can still touch stuff.
See, I don't like. I think it's like you just don't feel it.
Yeah.
Which I already on my fingies. I don't have a sense of touch.
For me. That's fourth then.
Okay. Yeah.
It really comes down to hearing and taste, because seeing, I can still watch movies with subtitles. Mm-hmm. You know. I can still read lyrics, so
yeah,
I can consume a lot of content that way. I'll be okay. But then it's hearing versus taste. I think I'll go hearing second, taste third, because as much as I do like taste is great. The sensation of like good food stuff, good. Mm-hmm. But also, if that's kind of gone, maybe like foods that I don't seem appealing to me would be eaten more.
Right, like maybe I'd like cottage cheese.
Yeah, I mean, but can you tell texture without sense of taste?
Do you have touch? Is texture a touch thing?
I think so.
I think so. Oh, then maybe yeah. The only reason I put touch is because I like getting massages and I like being touched. So I wanted to have that. Not me touching something else, but I wanted to feel, I guess maybe that doesn't count. The sensation of being touched. Like a massage. Imagine going to a massage and not, like you didn't feel it.
It's a waste of money.
Yeah. That's so sad. What life is that?
You said sad and immediately got taken back to last week when you said you were okay with being a zombie, and it made me sad again.
Yes, but if I were a zombie, again, I'm just switching teams. Now I'm team zombie and I get to win on team zombie.
We are a team.
Yes, we are a team. And we will become zombies together.
No, we will not. The hand's off.
I know. My hand is really cold and your hand is really warm. So I would prefer to actually continue this throughout the remainder of the podcast. Maybe if I could just...
Why is your hand so cold?
I don't know. My limbs, my fingers and my toes get really cold. Like I'm still wearing double socks.
Duh.
It's so cold.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah, you're warm.
Yeah.
But see, if I didn't have touch, I wouldn't be able to feel it.
Yeah, well, shall we start wrapping up then?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we hope you had fun. I genuinely feel like of the 9 episodes we've done, this is the most I don't know how this episode went episode for me. Genuinely. But I hope you had fun. Next week, we've already told you what we're doing. We're doing the hot ones. So pull up, submit your questions if you would like for, I'm envisioning we each have 10 questions for us. So 10 questions directed at me from Liana, 10 questions for Liana directed from me. So for a total of 20, we'll see how many of them we get through, but that's next week. So please let us know. Keep the reviews coming. We'll read another one next week as well. You can find us both on socials, Pooyaism, Lianaism. And as far as podcasts go, Liana's got Drag Race and B&B right now. Survivor 48, bumping, Drag Race going extremely smoothly. So check those out. I am about to say goodbye to the Traitors. One more week of content to go. Yeah. This is the final plug for the Traitors. Second to last plug for the Traitors. And then check out the 90 Day Fiancé podcast. Have fun there.
Heck yeah.
All right. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.